How's it going, everybody? My name is Dean.
And my name is Tyler.
Patch 13.7 is here. I think this is like the first patch. I haven't read the little spiel they usually do, but I think this is the first patch that's like for MSI because we got about a month. I think like a month and no, is it the beginning of May? I don't fucking know.
Dude, I don't know. Their schedule is always all over the place. I can never keep it straight.
Here we go.
Shows up one day.
MSI play-in May 2nd through the 7th. Bracket stage the 19th through the 14th and the 16th to the 20th. And then the finals are on May 21st. Okay, so it's going to be here really fast.
Nice, nice.
We're going to get really quick. We got a few things before we get into the patch notes. Right here, we know we're always doing our thing about saying our thing about the YouTube channel. Yeah. Come through, check out all the shorts, guys. I'm trying to get at least one out a day. So come through and take a look at them, give them a like, let us know what you guys are thinking. And then the full gameplays. We got another one coming out this Saturday. Was from the same stream as that Rammus gameplay. I think this one's on Vi. I think this was the one where you and Purple were kind of arguing with each other. And it was fucking funny. Yeah, that was funny.
It was funny.
All in good nature, though. So
it wasn't good. It wasn't like, it was an angry argument. It was just bickering.
Yeah. So other than that, also wanted to give a quick announcement. You know, we're talking about our 150th episode coming up, and we want to do a special giveaway stream, like interactive stream. So everyone get out your pens and papers and write this down. Put it on your chalkboards. Put it on whatever the fuck you're using.
Chalkboard, dude.
Chalkboards. Saturday, April 15th, we're going to do a stream to celebrate that. There will be giveaways. We'll be giving away RP throughout the course of the stream. Probably stream for like 4 or 5 hours. The one thing we really want to do, and we've been talking about this for a while, is Tyler and I really want to cast some games. We want to cast full-on 5v5 games.
Yep.
So, what I need all of you to do, if you want to participate, and also, depending on how many teams we can make, there will be another prize for the winning team. It'll be a little bit more than the normal like giveaway prizes, whatever the fuck we do. So, if you feel like winning some RP and being competitive, and most importantly, you want to hear our game analysis and shoutcasting. I don't know how fucking good it's going to be, but it'd be entertaining. Come on over here to the Discord in the link tree in the description. Join the Discord channel. Come over here. If you want to be like, I guess, like a team captain, if you want to volunteer yourself as a team captain, come over to the suggestions tab and create a new post and be like, hey, I want to be a captain. And then you can recruit people, or people can volunteer to be on your team. Right. We really want to do this, guys. So please make this possible.
Yes, and we're gonna need 2 Crapitanos. So, those
or more,
of you that
or
are
more
into
if there's
that,
more. If we get enough people.
Oh yeah, dude. If we can get more than that, great. We'll organize a whole mini tournament. But, would love to see you guys Saturday, April 15th.
It'll be PS time. It'll probably be like 11 a.m., 12 p.m. PST. So
yes,
kind of right at noon
time. So Calientes, I do apologize. You'll probably be sleeping, but we'll be here. So throw it on the calendar, as Dean said, your chalkboard, whatever it is you're writing down on, mark it down. We'll be here live and ready to go for you.
We will be saying, or I'll be saying, this every episode until then, just to remind people all the time. But if you guys have any other questions, come in the Discord that's on screen right now, and either message myself or Tyler, and we'll clear up whatever you need, and we'll give you more information. Also, just come into the Discord in general. We do announcements whenever I'm streaming. I announce to everybody that they want to come play or just watch, and then other information that comes out. Just come in the Discord. Guys, we want to grow our community, and it's growing slowly but surely, and we just love to have you guys in there. So
absolutely.
But yeah, other than that, let's do it. Let's get into patch 13.7.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes, a lot of nerfs, a handful of buffs, a couple adjustments, and some systems changes. Looks like Grievous Wounds and Catalyst items are getting a bit of a change, and then there's some more April Fool's skins coming.
Okay.
Good.
One thing, that April Fool's event was the stupidest shit ever. It was
I didn't even
boring.
play it.
You didn't even play it. You did not miss anything. I loaded into one blind pick, and I was held hostage for 40 minutes because my team. No one was like, okay, what? There
What
was
was special about it?
They had like hex gates on random places of the map. They had a bunch of poros just running around. They, as you get kills, go on killing sprees, you start stacking hats on top of yourself. What is that April Fool's?
I don't know.
I don't understand. It was boring as shit. All right, I'm a little mad. It's okay. But it was not an event. I mean, it was like 3 days, but no one plays blind pick, guys.
I know. I feel like they were just trying to get people to play blind pick.
You want to know how bad it was?
A lot of people don't play blind pick.
This is how bad it was. So I played one game. I got out, and then I was like, huh. And I went to queue up again. The queue timer, the first time I got into queue to play the actual game was 1 minute. After I finished that game, I just queued up again. It was 4.5 minutes.
Jesus.
No one's fucking playing that shit, guys.
Jesus.
No one was playing it.
Congratulations, Rito, for a failed game mode. Just give us Nexus Blitz. I don't know what's so hard about that.
Can't.
But all right.
They can't do that. They'll give us Earth 4 times a year, but they can't do that. Yeah. Okay. Patch.
Champions. Champions. All right, let's start off quick and easy with the Moo Cowboy, Alistair. I know that he's getting some buffs, and I do understand that on ARAM, you just build Alistair with Heartsteel and just stack health. It's disgusting because his heal is disgusting. But let's see. They are giving him a base armor and a base health increase. So his base armor is going to go up by 3 from 44 to 47. His base health is going to go up by 15 from 670 to 685. They're just trying to give him a little bit more oomph in the early game where he tends to struggle against those ranged and enchanter-based supports.
That's pretty big. I mean, I didn't realize his armor. I mean, I'm assuming it's because he's a melee champion. His armor's a little bit higher.
I think so, probably.
But yeah, 47 at level 1.
That's a lot. Most champions are like 40 for that.
Plus whatever, if you take armor and your, I don't even know what the fuck the name of it, where you get like plus armor, magic resist, or whatever.
Yeah. I call them little sub runes, but whatever
sure.
they are.
Okay. No, that's big. I feel like have we seen Alistair? We saw Rel this past week. I think Huhi was playing it, and that was the first time I've seen Rel, at least in pro play, in a hot minute. So maybe the melee supports are coming back. I like seeing, aside from like Leona. Leona's was like every fucking game last year.
Right.
Give me some Alistair. Or no Nautilus. Nautilus doesn't count. Nautilus is useless as shit. Give me Alistair.
Uselessness.
All right, let's move on down to Annie. Side note about Annie, we discovered how OP, maybe it's just because it's ARAM, how OP that Molten Shield damage, the thorns aspect.
That shit hurts.
We're playing an ARAM and we're just slinging abilities at this, or whoever is, we're just taking damage. We're like, what is this? It was her.
I was like, what is chunking me? And I was like, oh, the Molten Shield. They added the ability damage on it last time. That shit hurts.
It felt strong, and I hadn't experienced it. But Annie's been all over pro play too. So let's see. They are increasing the cooldown on her E, and then the shield value is getting decreased. So pretty big hit to support Annie. The cooldown was 12 to 8 seconds. Now it is 12 to 10 seconds. And the shield amount was 60 to 220 with a 40% AP ratio. Now it is 60 to 200, keeping that 40% AP ratio.
Wow.
So it's small. It says people are maxing it first. But I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. But we're hitting it a little bit with the base numbers, so
For sure.
we'll probably still see her.
Yeah. I haven't actually played her support, and I haven't seen her support, and I don't know if it's just because she's been banned a lot, but I haven't had a chance to actually throw down with some Annie, so maybe that's what's to do on the next patch here. I think she's still going to be strong, like you said, so. Okay. Azir is next on the list. He's got a whole slew of changes here, and on there,
I did see
Four
some comments on
paragraphs.
Reddit. I did see some comments on Reddit. If you haven't read this yet, you'll see what's so fucking funny about this. So go ahead.
So let me read what they did, and then I'll just give you a quick little overview here. So, base armor increased, attack speed growth increased, passive duration and cast range increased, Q mana cost increased, stab range decreased, W damage increased, mana cost now decreases with rank. New recommended skill order. Please max W now. Please max W now. Also, please max W now. In summary, please max W now. Okay.
Yeah,
Base
read-
stats.
yeah, go for it.
Base armor 19. It's gonna go up to 22, so he's getting a 3 armor buff, just like Alistair. Let's go. Attack speed growth from 5%, now it's gonna be 6%. The passive, Shurima's Legacy. This is the Sun Disc. Duration was 30 seconds. It's now 45 seconds, and the cast range was 500. It is now 700. That must have been a useless ass fucking passive.
I'm looking up what normal turret range is.
I have no idea. Is it not 700?
750.
Okay,
Wow, it was only 500?
that's nothing.
That's dog shit. Okay.
Q, Conquering Sands. Mana cost was 65 to 85. It's now 70 to 110. That's fucking huge. Stab range was 370. It's now 325. So that's huge. You're losing basically a whole Teemo. W, Arise. Magic damage was 0 to 110 based on level, plus 50 to 90, plus 55% AP. It's now 0 to 92 based on level, plus 50 to 118, plus 55% AP. Note, assuming W max, this is a damage per hit buff that scales from 0 to 10 by level 11 and then stays there. Okay. Mana cost was 40 at all ranks. It's now 40, scaling down to 20. So yeah, max this ability first. And this is miscellaneous recommended skill order. The game will now recommend maxing W first.
I get they're trying to be funny, but that's really fucking annoying. Like, Riot, look at my eyes right now. Don't you ever fucking tell me how to max my abilities on champions, okay?
You can't tell me what to do.
Like, obviously, they're nerfing the shit. His Q is getting nerfed, and the W is like... But, like, that's just so weird. They're like... I feel like Azir is becoming a champion right now where it's a Zeri problem, it's a Yuumi problem. They don't know what to do with him.
Well, I think the difference with Azir, though, is, like, low elo people suck at the champion. If you're, like, not Diamond, you probably suck at this champion. If you are Diamond, you're probably half decent, and above, you're half decent. He's really is a pro play champion, though, because
No, for sure.
He's definitely has a high skill cap. I would say his skill cap is similar to that of, like, a Lee Sin. But you got to have some mechanical ability to be able to pull it off and, like, understand your damage spikes as well, because his damage spikes are... Like, when you should go in and whatnot, and when you should use, like, your E to get the shield or whatever, versus just... Does it still knock people up? I don't even remember.
His what? His R?
His E? Is it the E that pulls through?
The E pulls through. It doesn't knock anybody up, though.
Okay. I think it used to knock up, but they have the shield still if you pass through somebody. So, yeah, just knowing when to do it, and then, obviously, the shuffle into the ulti is pretty fucking huge, too. So, he definitely has some mechanical playability that you got to learn. And if you can master this champion, you should be able to climb pretty fucking easily because he's disgustingly strong.
So they want you to... So obviously, I was re-looking at this because I remember they got rid of the attack speed passive on his W. As you rank
Right.
that up, it used to give, like, passive attack speed.
Right.
So that was gone. I do remember... So they want you to max this first. I wonder if, like... Because I remember people were trying to build... Nashor's Tooth, and I believe Nashor's Tooth's passive, the extra, like, AP on auto,
hit.
or it didn't work with his soldiers like that.
Oh.
So
It
I'm
used
not
to,
sure.
I thought. Like, Nash's Suit, that was like a...
I don't
like, core item, right?
I don't think it ever worked.
Oh.
But I'm just curious.
I mean, Nash's Tooth still gives you a fuck ton of... 100 AP.
Yeah, no, for
and
sure.
15 ability haste, and the attack speed's still good for him, whether or not you get the passive, but obviously you would like to be efficient with your purchases.
Assuming W... Okay. I maybe I'm just annoyed that they're trying to, like, force a skill order. It's just kind of lame. It's just... I don't know. Who wrote this article?
Riru probably.
Oh, Riru. All right, buddy. We'll see. How about this? I'll play Azir tomorrow, and I'll let you know if this was a good change or not.
I think this is the first season where there's only one person who's writing the articles. Usually there's like 2 or 3.
Oh, we know. So
no, for sure. Like we can tell by all the typos, but it's like I don't know. Like I figured they would change that after a while, but
nah,
you're in this one by yourself, dude. I'm sorry.
All right, moving on to Graves. Passive criticals bonus increased. R cooldown decreased early. Passive new Destiny critical strike bonus per pellet was 20%. Now it's 30%. And then our collateral damage cooldown was 120 to 60. Now it's 100 to 60.
Wow.
This is pretty good because I'm pretty sure you still build. I've seen people still build like Eclipse and Gore Drinker on him just because his range is so low. So he's able to get in there and actually get the Gore Drinker active.
He's basically a melee champion.
Yeah. So I like this, trying to buff up his crit damage, 10% extra. I'll do that. I've always liked playing crit Graves. So
little chance action on the Graves.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, coming up next we got Kalista. Attack damage growth increased, passive ceremony duration decreased. Kalista now forced to channel. Okay, so base stats, attack damage growth was 3.5. It's going to go to 3.75. Her passive, the Oathsworn Bond. The Oathsworn ceremony duration was 12 seconds. Now it's 8 seconds. This begins when Kalista activates her black speak? It's supposed to say spear. It says speak. And it says new, ride together, channel together. Kalista is now forced to channel on the black spear while her Oathsworn is reviving. Oh, that's cool because, yeah, it's always shitty when you're playing the Kalista. You're like, why can't I move? And then you're dying, but it takes for fucking ever to die. Like, you just can't move, and then all of a sudden you're dying. It's like, Jesus Christ, I didn't even click this fucking thing. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of the times I like.
It feels like it was glitched or something.
Yeah, or like I know there's like a sound, and she says like the oath has been given, and like there's like a gong or something.
Yep.
There have been times, especially like in ARAMs, where I'm like, why can't I move? Oh, I have a Kalista.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
like, you're choosing me? Because I don't think you. Does she choose you? I thought it was like a mutual thing.
No, she chooses you because she has that spear item.
Right.
It's all on her. So she could potentially choose someone that didn't want to be her Oathsworn.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Riot. Can we just talk about being like mutual with these things? Like, we need consent. Okay, I need consent to be Kalista's Oathsworn.
I also need consent before you try to fart in my face, Riot.
I almost just spit out my fucking water.
All right, bring us down to Katarina, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. That definitely just happened. Okay. Excuse me. Katarina, passive AP ratio increased. R base AD ratio decreased. Attack speed scaling increased. Oh,
wonderful.
Fuck me. Okay, passive Veracity. Sinister Steel Dagger magic damage was 68 to 240 based on level, plus 60% bonus AD, plus 65 to 95% levels 1, 6, 11, and 16 AP. Now it is 68 to 240 based on level with keeping that 60% bonus AD, but the magic damage, the AP, is now 70 to 100 percent base levels 1, 6, 11, and 16. And then the Death Lotus physical damage per dagger was 18%, plus 30% per 100 bonus attack speed, bonus AD. Jesus Christ. And then now it is 16%, but it's 50% per 100 bonus attack speed, bonus AD. She has so many fucking too much scaling with like different sources.
That's a fuck done.
I appreciate. I obviously I don't like Katarina, especially if the person's really good at them, because you just can't stop her.
For sure.
I just absolutely hate her bruiser builds, which again, like on ARAM, just run rampant. Fucking heart. Just I guess assassins in general on ARAM, just like Akali and Katarina building Heartsteel is just stupid.
What about AD LeBlanc on fucking
Dude,
ARAM?
Yeah,
pretty bad.
But I Katarina just does too much damage and is allowed to build way too safe. I would have liked to see maybe they knock down her AD ratios. At least for the passive, with them bumping the AP ratios, they're kind of like incentivizing, hey, build more AP. So it's like now with the R changes, with the extra attack speed scaling, you're probably gonna want to build Nashor's Tooth, like no matter what now.
Yeah.
I know she's still, because the ulti applies on hit, right? I think that's what that fuck. Oh my god, it's just
I think it applies on hit, but I think it applies at. Does it apply at 33% effectiveness?
Yeah. Or was it lifesteal? No, it is. Okay, yeah, it is. No, I think it is 33%. It's either 33 or 66%.
Let's check it out.
She's,
Wiki Katata Fish.
it's okay, dude. Just CC her. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah,
It probably is 33%. Maybe I was thinking of Samira's lifesteal on her ulti, which I think is 66.
I don't even see it fucking saying in here. You know what? I think it applies at it. Oh, wait, okay, yeah, there you go. On hit, attack, or on attack / on hit effectiveness is 30, and then it goes up to 40% at max rank.
Right, okay, it scales.
Why it scales? The world may never know.
This is too much. She has too much going for her.
Right. But don't tell that to a Katarina main, dude. They'll freak out.
I'll tell it right to their face. I don't give a shit.
I don't give shit. Anyways, Kha'Zix is next on the list. Q isolation range requirement decreased. W slow decreased. Slow versus isolated targets decreased, and R buff duration increased. So is the Q isolation range requirement decreased mean that you get bigger range? It's almost like a double negative, right?
Yeah, I scanned through this one, and I was not. It says this is an adjustment.
So this definitely says here isolation range was 425. It's now 375. So you're losing a whole Teemo in range for isolation. Oh no, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, because it is like a double negative. Because if they're within 375 units of a friendly champion or friendly unit, then it's not isolated. But if they're now that they're dropping that by 50 fucking units, so they could be closer and you still get your isolation damage. Okay.
So it's a buff. That's a buff.
Okay. The W Void Spike, the Evolve Slow was 60%. It's going to go down to 40%. And the Evolve Slow against isolated targets was 90. It's going to go down to 75%. So that's a big difference there. You're not going to be able to keep them slowed as much. Excuse me. And then the R Void Assault, the buff duration was 10 seconds. It's now 12 seconds.
So you can recast it, I think, a second time. And that's the duration.
Yeah.
Unless you upgrade your ulti. Your upgraded ulti, I believe, gives you 3 charges.
Yes.
And then, so you have an extra 2 seconds to like hold on to you're using it. Cool. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Right.
All right, Lee Sin.
Oh, Peace in. Let's go.
Base 80 decreased. Base armor decreased. Okay. Base attack damage was 68. Now it's 66. Base armor is 36. Now it's 34. Not much else to say about that. Tell me about Olaf.
Broloff, passive attack speed reduced early. Q base damage decreased. All right, passive attack speed on Berserker's Rage. It was 60 to 100% based on level. It's now 50 to 100% based on level. That's when you get lower. The lower health you are, the faster he attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Q Undertow. That's the axe throw. Physical damage was 70 to 270 plus 100% bonus AD. It's now 65 to 265. So you're losing 5 AD on the base damage of that, or 5 base damage. Sorry.
When are they gonna change his W name?
Never.
Yeah,
they really want you to tough it out, dude.
No muff too tough. All right.
It just you have Berserker's Rage, which is like essentially like tough it out, like get stronger when you're lower, which is like to me like kind of the definition of like tough it out, channel your inner strength, right? And then you have tough it out. It's like, but like we couldn't get more creative.
I feel like obviously the W is just like it's an attack speed steroid and it gives you a shield, but like I haven't heard like Flowers or anybody like be like,
No one's saying that ability name.
No one's saying that ability name, right?
It's so dumb.
Olaf pop in, tough it out, like
At least with Kha'Zix, he goes, and he pops the Void Assault.
Yeah,
Or what,
right.
you know what I mean? Like,
tough it out.
stupid.
Ramus.
Ram.
W armor scaling decreased. Bonus armor of the W was 35 plus 40 to 100% of his total armor. Now it is 35, but is scaling 40 to 80% of your total armor. I keep going back to that Ramus game on the YouTube. Go sub to the channel, guys.
That one actually picked up a lot of views too.
It did. It hitting late game with Jack Show full items. I got 1,400 and was it 60 armor?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Shout out to Calientes. He was watching that stream and he was the one that told me that. But like 14, I don't even want to know how much damage. Like, I don't think you can reduce 100% damage. It probably was like 99% physical damage.
Yeah, probably.
That's fucking insane. Yeah. So I mean, I guess it's fair. This is like, I feel like Ramus is just solo queue. You're not gonna see this guy in pro play.
No, he's too easy to counter in pro play.
He's okay. Yeah. He's labeled average play, iron to gold.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
That's good for me though. Sakajawani next on the list. The boar lady. Passive damage cap against monsters decreased, Q cooldown increase, and R cooldown increase. They're tired of seeing Sejuani just rule the jungle, so they said, fuck her, and nerfed her. So, passive Fear of the North. The damage cap against epic monsters was 300, it's now 250. The Q, Arctic Assault, this is the boar dash. Cooldown was 18 to, to 12 seconds. It's now 19 to 13 seconds. The ulti, Glacial Prison, was 120 to 80 seconds. It's now 130 to 90 seconds.
You know, we're seeing Sejuani all over the place. She's pretty free to play, at least. Like, usually, if you have at least another melee or two, you're golden. So,
it's really good on those teams where you have an Olaf.
Right. To tough it out.
Or yeah, exactly, to tough it out. Or a Kled. Actually, Kled's been pretty good on this last patch, just nobody's playing him. Just throw that out there. If you like playing Kled, you should continue playing him. His competitors are getting nerfed, so.
Right. All right, moving on to Thresh. Q cooldown refunded on it hit decreased. All right, here we go. Big nerf.
Dude, this was literally so broken. And like, especially in ARAM, but like, you just, like, you didn't have to play well as Thresh. You could fucking int your life out all the way until you fucking get level 11. Once you have max rank Q and you get into team fights, you're just dropping a hook onto a hook onto a hook onto a hook so repetitively, because it was on, I think it's a 6-second cooldown with his like base items at max rank or whatever. And if you hit somebody, you were getting 3 seconds back. And that started once, if you pop the second Q or let it expire, then it would start cooling down. But on 3 seconds, that's so fucking fast. You just throw out another fucking hook. Just throw out another fucking hook. If you kept hitting stuff, you could just keep throwing them. And it was disgusting and frustrating as all hell to play against.
I think he's still pretty.
I think this is still good. 2 seconds. I mean, you're only nerfing 1 second off the cooldown, so it's not terrible, but it's definitely a little bit better. It gives you an opportunity to get away.
I think he's still I would say champ. Like an S+ pick. Like, he's just so fucking good.
Yeah.
So okay.
Veigar. He's next on the list. A lot of Veigar bots were everywhere. Okay. Excuse me. So the Q AP ratio now scales with level. WAP ratio now scales with level. The E visual effects are adjusted. The R AP ratio now scales with level. Okay, so the Q Baleful Strike was 60% at all ranks. It's now 45 to 65%. Dark Matter was 100% at all ranks. It's now 70 to 110. So that's cool. You get a little buff at the end there. Same thing with Baleful Strike, you get a little buff at the end. Event Horizon. It says Sneaky Stuns. Veigar can no longer hide his E VFX from enemies by placing it inside certain walls. That's pretty buggy, if you ask me. And then the R Primordial Burst was 75% at all ranks. It's now 65, scaling up to 75 at level 16. So he can't execute you as easily as early. And I think that's just targeted for the bot lane, because you're not building really MR down there. Even if you are playing against him, it's hard to fit MR into your build early on as an ADC. So by nerfing his damage, you're kind of mock building MR, if that makes sense.
Right, and it also makes sense just because you're sharing a lane with someone, you're not going to be leveling up as quick.
Right.
Which, it's a fine trade-off. Get a little more extra damage late game. He's a late game champion, so give him a little more power there. Take away some early game power. You just want to farm anyways, right?
Right, and he's a champion that if you can abuse him, he becomes difficult to actually pilot if you're playing him. So they're just giving you more opportunity to kind of abuse him and be like, yeah, you can't just take over a game by putting yourself on the bot lane and getting free stacks. So especially because there's 2 champions down there, so you have double the opportunity to earn stacks, and you don't have to solely rely on farming. So,
okay, moving on to Vi. Q base damage decreased, AD ratio increased, E base damage decreased, AD ratio, AP ratio increased. I'm gonna take a guess because in pro play, everyone is building Radiant Virtue with her still.
Yep.
And let's see, Vi is currently beating out the pro play. Yep, still one of my favorite champions. This is actually a buff for me because I love playing AD Vi. Like, not like lethality, one shot. Check out my YouTube channel, like AD Vi, but like Triforce Vi.
Wait. But check out my YouTube channel.
Yeah. According to Low Pod, search it.
There you go. There you go. Right there.
So let's see. Q Vault Breaker. Minimum physical damage was 55 to 155 with a 70% bonus AD ratio. Now it is 45 to 145 with an 80% bonus AD ratio. And then the maximum was 110 to 310, 140% bonus AD ratio. Now it is 90 to 290 with 160% bonus AD ratio. So remember, you hold that Q down, the more damage you do.
More damage. Big news. More damage. All right.
And then the E Relentless Force physical damage was 10 to 90 with a 110% AD ratio, 90% AP ratio. Now it is 5 to 65 with a 120% AD ratio and a 100% AP ratio. I think also this is a good thing because at least in pro play, and it kind of combines with like when Black Cleaver got buffed a while ago, people were maxing her W because the W gives you passive attack speed, and people weren't maxing the E as much. I'd probably want to go back to maxing E now. Second,
the E's the shred, right?
No, the W is the shred.
Oh, okay. What?
The E is the AoE punch.
The AoE. Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna hit a little bit harder.
Those are the same ability. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird because like the base damage is so low, but then the scaling is really fucking high. So
yeah,
it does.
And it's total AD. So yeah, it's just adding extra damage to your auto attack, right?
Yeah. So I'll probably go back to maybe Sunder is still probably good. So
Sunder, you could be gross. No, don't do that. I'm not even gonna say that.
Don't even say it. Move on to Wukong.
Wukong the monkey. His champion has been actually all over pro play right now too. I haven't seen him too much in our games, but yeah, I think he's still a strong champion. But they're nerfing him here. Base attack damage decreased. W cooldown adjusted. E bonus attack speed decreased. Attack damage is going to go from 68 to 66. Let's slow him down just a little bit in the jungle. W Warrior Trickster. Cooldown was 22 to 12 seconds. It's now 22 to 14 seconds. And then E, the Nimbus Strike, the bonus attack speed was 40 to 60%. It's now 35 to 55%. Not much to say there. He's just going to bonk you a little bit less hard.
Yeah, a little less frustrating with his invisibility too.
Right. That thing, like, I feel like people that play Wukong are also good at playing like Shaco and Champions of Clones because they're very good at just sitting there and making you think it's a clone, especially with Wukong. Like, I know a common thing with him is like you just don't move and just auto attack. Like you turn your auto attacking on when things are in the vicinity, and you can just like stand there and not move and auto attack. And by not moving, you're inherently scaring your lane opponent into thinking that you've gone invisible and that you're flanking them. So like, it can be kind of frustrating because it's already kind of a mind game with him as it is. But yeah, be a little bit less often so you can feel a little bit better about it.
All right, moving on to Yasuo. Now this is something we both saw, and it seems a little problematic. But let's see. Passive shield stronger at later levels. They don't even mention anything about the E. Okay. Okay. Passive Way of the Wanderer shield amount was 100. Why did they? Okay, hold on. Why don't they?
Why do
just
they write
say-
out every
Yeah,
fucking level?
because that's
Oh
all
my
18
God.
levels, right? I'm assuming.
Is there 18 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, 100 to 475, levels 1 through 18.
Why do
Why
you-
they couldn't figure that out? Is it scale? Oh, you know why? It's because it scales not linearly. 100 to 105 to 110 to 115 to 120, then 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 200, 220, 250, 290. It ramps up a lot more toward the end. That's why they didn't
still
write it out.
they're
but-
still dumb. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. The passive shield mount was 100 to 475. Now it is 100 to 575, just because Yasuo just needs more shields. And then the E sweeping blade damage increase per stack was 25% of E's base damage. Now it is 15 to 25% of E's total damage. Scales linearly, levels 1 through 18. But the maximum stack amount, it was 2. Now it is 4. So
Okay, so in order to get the most damage out of it, he really has to dash through a lot of
and
things.
Yasuo players love dashing.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Is this needed?
I don't know. It's kind of a slight adjustment there. Because, like, you don't just get it off the double dash. Like, you have to actually zoom around to get it. And so, like, if you're maybe fighting on his side, he's not going to be able to stack through it. I don't know. I know it doesn't do... The E doesn't... You're not using it for damage. You're using it for positioning anyways, so... Yeah, I don't know. Let's move down to Zeri, a champion that we haven't seen on a patch note in actually a little bit of time. Or at least in any significant way. So she's going to get a health growth decrease, a passive shield absorption decrease, and R AD scaling decrease. Overall nerfs. So health growth was 115, it's not going to be 100. Passive, living battery. Shield absorption was 60% of damage dealt. It's now 45% of damage dealt. In the lightning crash, the magic damage, you were looking at 175 to 375 base, plus 100% bonus AD and 110% AP. The only thing that's changing is that AD ratio. It's going to drop from 100% to 85% bonus AD.
I give it a month and they'll buff her again.
Yeah, they will.
Like, she might not see any... I'm sure she might actually get play at MSI, but, like, they'll buff her again. That's just how this thing goes.
Right.
Still problematic. Okay, well, that is all the champions. Let's move on to items. So, first up is Death's Dance. It's also a slight adjustment. Attack damage was 65, now it's 55. Ability haste, it's getting that 15 back, which I always thought was weird. They got rid of that. I thought that was cool for like a bruiser item. Like,
Right.
Okay. The armor was 50, now it is 45, and the item recipe changed from, which I also hated this fucking recipe too. It was 2 pickaxes and a chain vest plus 750 gold. Now it is a pickaxe, a chain vest, and Caulfield's Warhammer plus 525 gold. Obviously, to the gold different. It still costs the same. I'm pretty sure that was what the original build was.
I think so.
Why? I don't know.
This is a revert.
It's pretty much a revert. Stupid.
I do like that, like, every time I look at this icon, it still looks like a fucking cape to me. But, like, it also is just Nightmare Trinimir's sword.
Yeah, with the eye on it. I was about to say that, yeah.
Which is just Nightmare from fucking Soul Calibur. Let's be realistic here. I don't know why they didn't try to disguise that name better, considering you have, like, Yellow Jacket Shen and Frozen Shen instead of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but I don't know. Weird. Okay, Catalyst and its full items. Catalyst of the Aeons. Let me give you the blurb on it, because I think there's a lot here. Catalyst of Aeons in its current state is significantly cheaper than Lost Chapter, which has turned it into a dual threat. Not only is it the preferable scaling item, but due to lower cost has become a better laning phase option than Lost Chapter, which seems counterintuitive for a scaling item. This adjustment should help make itemization choices for min-mages a bit more competitive. Damn it, because I actually have always liked Catalyst items. So, the health on it was 225. It's going to go up to 300. The combined cost was 350, it's going to go up to 550, which means the total cost is going to change from 1100 gold to 1300 gold. So it is going to be the same cost as Lost Chapter. You're getting an extra 125 health for it, so
75.
Sorry, 175. So you're getting a little bit more than a ruby crystal.
Just 75.
Shit, I'm sorry, dude. I
You're
can't
fine.
fucking read.
You're fine.
Yeah, sorry. You're getting half of a ruby crystal, but you're paying a premium for it. So that means Abyssal Mask is going to gain 50 more health from 500 to 550, and the combined cost is going to drop by 200 gold from 650 to 450, and the Rod of Ages combined cost is going to drop by 200 gold from 415 to 215.
Okay. Moving on to talking about Grievous Wound items. So see, they said shields can't save you now. Items that apply Grievous wounds on damage dealt to the target will now apply it even if the damage you dealt was completely nullified by a shield. Grievous wounds will still not apply to invulnerable targets or targets who block the spell with a spell shield. Okay, so normal shields, you are not safe against Grievous wounds.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
I guess that makes sense. It's like basing and you get hit, but if you have a shield, you still get to base.
Yeah, I think that's fair though. It just didn't make sense. Like, apply the Grievous wounds no matter.
Yes.
I'm hitting you with an ability.
I don't want that bastard to be shielded and be able to heal at full.
Right.
ARAM adjustments. The only thing to note on here that I see is that Veigar's E cooldown on ARAM is getting a 3-second nerf at all ranks. Disgusting.
I'll take that because I feel like Veigar is in every fucking ARAM game.
Yeah, he's probably been on the free rotation. Off-screen pings. I know they're changing how it looks for you if it's off-screen. Whatever.
Do you have to have this enabled? This is a really dumb question. I don't think I've ever noticed off-screen pings.
It says paying attention to the minimap to see your teammates' pings while focusing on gameplay can be difficult, and actively aiming / dodging a skill shot can make this even more challenging. To help, we're introducing off-screen pings to give you easier visibility of your teammates'
it wasn't even
pings.
in the game.
Some pings that are off-screen will now show up on the edge of your screen, and our hope is that this allows players... Actually, that's probably really good.
Okay, for some reason I thought they were already in... Because I think they talked about this in...
Oh, yeah. No, go ahead.
Preseason.
I think they did. I'm thinking, like, how many times have you been playing bot lane and, like...
You're pinging the shit out of... Yeah.
Either your mid laner or your mid laner's pinging the shit out of you saying, hey, they're missing, but you didn't catch it because you're in the middle of a fucking skirmish or a trade. And then all of a sudden the mid laner shows up and you turn around like, why the fuck didn't you? And you're like, oh, he did ping. Why the fuck didn't I see his ping? So that's super helpful.
There are people still going to complain.
Don't get me wrong.
Well, yeah, exactly.
No, I often feel like it's me. I'll look like, did he ping? Like, oh, he pinged. Okay, it's my bad for not reading it or seeing it or hearing it or whatever. But it gets difficult when there's a lot of shit going on. So I think it's a good quality of life change.
So as long as your ping is within 3,000 units, you will see the off-screen ping approximately the same range as Caitlyn or Luxalt. Okay. Behavioral, let's see. We're rolling out improvements to our disruptive behavior detection systems that detect verbal abuse and intentional feeding. That means you'll see increased action taken against players for these behaviors in game. I like it. I think you have been getting more feedback reports.
I got one earlier today, and on it actually said someone for verbal abuse.
I like that.
It actually told me what the reason was. I'm like, okay, I like that. Tell me. Then I have an idea of like who you're actually punishing versus when I feel like it's useless or not helpful, right?
I feel like there's been an increase in like super racist names too.
Yes.
We had some crazy ass ones.
Yes, we did.
And we're like, what? How is Riot? Come on.
I know. I'm like, if Club Penguin can figure it out, how the fuck could you not figure it out? Like, let's be real. Club Penguin won't let you put anything if it looks even remotely racist. I'm just like, you know, there's a country in Africa that has a very similar look to a racial epithet. And I don't think you would be able to use that in Club Penguin, but you could figure out how to use it in League of Legends, I guarantee you, without any problems using 1s and 3s. How did Club Penguin figure this out before you, Riot? Explain this to me.
They're on a whole nother level.
I am so smart.
So let's see. Competitive. They're talking about the 15 to 20 minute surrendering only being 4 votes now. So in ranked solo and flex queues, normal surrender, 4 out of 5 or 70% of team members must agree to pass the vote. Is available. Wait, 70%? Is 4 out of 5 that not 80?
Yeah, it's probably it. They don't proofread this.
I know. I'm just like, I'm making sure I'm not a dumbass. I am a dumbass, but like,
No, I think you're right.
2
pretty
plus
sure that's
2
80.
is 4 minus. Okay.
Quick maths.
So it's available at 20 minutes. Now it's 15. So you only need 4 people to surrender at 15 minutes.
Unanimous.
Thank
has
God.
been
I like that.
removed.
You guys, if 3 people,
This doesn't change until April 7th, by the way.
right? Not the day of the patch. So Friday.
What is UTC? Is that like a universal time clock? Like a one particular time?
Probably.
I'm gonna
That's
Google
very,
that shit.
very odd. Okay, let's see. We'll be running an experiment and normal draft in EUN, OC, and especially to
That
test some
is-
of our functionality around match. Okay, so this is non-NA.
Okay,
But
go ahead.
no. You're talking about the time clock.
UTC is Coordinated Universal Time. Currently, the PST time is 3:57, which means the UTC is 10:57. So PST, if you're in the United States, is 3 hours back from Eastern Time, EST. So in New York, it's 6:57, but the Universal Time Clock says it's 10:57. So this will go live at 7 p.m. UTC on April 7th, which means
so that's noon for us.
noon on PST on April 7th. So that's
Got it.
Friday. That's Good Friday, by the way. Just throwing that out there for you, Easter heads.
Okay. So
There's also Bad
new
Fridays.
new experiment in other regions. But let's see. They're removing autofill. All players in a party must choose unique primary assignments. If a player chooses a priority role as their primary assignment, they do not need to pick a secondary assignment. If they choose a non-priority role as their primary assignment, they can only choose a priority role or fill as their secondary assignment.
I don't
Can
even
you
know what that means, but
my mind just did a backflip into a pool of potatoes. I don't know what the fuck that
full
means.
of fuck after that, dude. This is a test. We'll figure out if it comes
Fucking-
live to us. We'll understand what it means. It's only a normal draft for
Right.
now anyway, so.
In other servers, so it's not
I
in
don't,
us.
well, actually, let me look because I have the client open. What is considered a priority role? I know that.
Is that just what you've been playing the most?
Let's see. Bottom is a priority role and jungle is a priority role. So support, mid, and top are not priority roles.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Still don't know what that means. Okay. So, 32-bit client, okay. Showcase milestones, okay. Bug fixes, let's just run through here. Milo, Warren. I don't see anything crazy.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I don't see anything that's out there that looks.
No. I think that's it. And then we got these April
Frozen
Fool skins.
Kiss. Let's see.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. April Fool skins, Kibblehead, Kled, and Woof and Lamb, Kindred. And Kiddly and Shiba Yumi. So
I'm kind of down with Kibblehead Kled, especially the Dalmatian chroma. That's pretty good.
that's pretty good.
And there's also got a little pug chroma too, I think. I think it's supposed to be a pug, the third one, like the blue one. And then he's got a Rottweiler.
Let me see.
And then I think the second one's supposed to be a Corgi.
Oh, the Kindred one's good. Where it changes her like onesie or whatever she's wearing.
Oh, the pink one's a Cavalier. Oh, fuck. I'd still get the Dalmatian one, but the pink one's a Cavalier. That's awesome. Okay.
So that's
But that's about it, guys. I don't have anything else to add unless Dean's got anything else to add.
Nope. I think they mentioned something about is it at the top, the rank splits ending. I know we already talked 104 days it's ending. So in like July, maybe a little bit, like mid-July, I think is what we came up when we talked about it. But
Oh yeah, I probably need to actually.
we need to get you to gold.
And that I need to actually play rank. I've only played like 50 ranked games, and I just haven't given a shit.
I know.
Lose too many of them because just getting trolled by people that don't want to actually play the fucking game.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there. But
So
that is it, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, rate, review wherever you're listening or watching right now. Come find us on TikTok.
Yeah.
We're posting the clips over there. Of course, we said it a million times this episode. Come subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everything you need is in the link tree, especially come into the Discord and let us know if you want to be like a team captain and recruit some players. We really want to cast some games. Like I said, I'll be mentioning this like every episode until then. But again, that is the 15th, April 15th at 12 p.m. PST. So it'll be fun. Come win some prizes, and don't forget to max W first on Azir.
yes, if you don't max W first, Riot's gonna come for you and take you to jail.
We'll see you on Friday, guys.
Later, y'all.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to like the video and sub to the channel if you haven't already. Click right here to see the previous episode of the According to Low Elo podcast. Click right here to see the most recent gameplay video. Thanks again.